Hey yo, what's good, YouTube? Y'all already know, man. It's your boy LeBron. Um, I'm just getting back in the house tonight. Like, yo, I had a stressful evening. Um, Nonetheless, everybody knows that Tory Lanez came out with his album Daystar, and I listened to a few tracks on the album. I didn't really listen to the whole album yet. I kind of threw it on the shuffle, so I listened to about three tracks. But I just wanted to come and give my opinion of what I think about the whole rollout of the project. And yeah, I'm just getting home. I had a little catastrophe that happened earlier with my vehicle. So, everybody knows I have my own business, and I was out earlier making some deliveries. So I'm making deliveries, yo. Tell me why this is so embarrassing. Like, I've been driving probably since my teenage years, and um, I've never, like, the last time I've ever ran out of gas was like in 2006. I'm driving today on the highway, and my fucking car starts to putter. I'm looking at the gas. I'm like, oh shit, my car is out of gas. So I try to exit. I'm on 610. If you're from Houston, you already know what that is. So I'm on 610. I'm about to exit like in the Bel Air area. My car completely stops. I don't know what it is, but something told me like, nigga, you got to get out of this car because the way that this traffic is coming, like somebody's going to hit you. So I sat there for a second. I called one of my homies. I'm like, yo, my car cut off. Like, I need to get this shit to the gas station. Can you bring me some gas or whatever, right? Yo, I hopped out of this vehicle. I ran to the side of the road. Tell me why I'm sitting there. I'm calling AAA, telling them I need some gas. Next thing I know, this lady bangs the back of my fucking car. But I don't know what the Honda Accords is made out of. But I tell you, my car only had like one scratch on the back. She banged her head against her damn steering wheel, everything. Then another car smashed in the back of her. I was like, fuck. I felt so bad, but she was okay. She went to the hospital. I think she may have had like maybe had like a contusion or something like that. But yeah, so it ended up being crazy. So anyway, like my car runs out of gas on the highway. Somebody hits my car. I get my car towed, off of the freeway because they have like these towaway people who just take cars off the freeway so it just won't, stop the flow of traffic. So they bring my car off the freeway. Then I bring the shit to the gas station. Now my car won't start. So it's like something with the vehicles with Honda with the relay system where if your car is in an accident or some shit. So now I gotta get my car towed in the morning. I'm just getting home at like I got home at like 1:30. But that shit just pissed me off, yo. So I'm seeing that Tory Lanez released the album. I thought that I ended up missing his live, but I guess he didn't go live. So when I seen that he dropped a project, I was like, "Yo, this is actually a smart move." And when I listened to a few of the tracks on the album, I was like, "This is really smart." Like, I don't know where the album is going to end up debuting, but I think it was a smart move. It was a genius move to release this album, and I felt like the songs that I heard from the album, it felt like he was kind of like he was letting people in on his vulnerable side. He was kind of like showing that his feelings about the situation in regards to what's going on with him and Megan. So I feel like this, right? Of course, there's always three sides to a story: his side, her side, the truth, or whatever, right? But I feel like Tory is he's alluding to the fact that Megan is not telling the truth about what happened or how it happened. You know what I'm saying? So that's just it's questionable. But I just want to take a quick segue and just put all of this into perspective, right? Because all of this shit ties in. Now, I like Megan Thee Stallion, like, when she did her Hot Girl Summer shit, like I told y'all before, like, I wasn't really into her like that. I'm a New Yorker in Houston, Texas, so I didn't really feature Megan Thee Stallion like that. But when she collaborated with Nicki, I went back and I was just like, okay, I could fuck with Megan. Like, I like, some of her shit or whatever. But I have to be completely honest where I feel like this shit kind of happened. Now, if you follow Megan Thee Stallion has been in on the West Coast like ever since that whole shit happened with 1501. And I just feel like if Megan Thee Stallion was home in Houston and doing her thing, like I don't have like any tracker on her or whatever, but I don't feel like she's been home since like the whole quarantine and like, the whole pandemic took off. She's been on the West Coast. It's like, you know, I just feel like a little bit Megan chases clout a little bit too much with the industry fame instead of letting your talent speak for itself. Because I personally felt like when Tory started the whole quarantine radio, that's when she kind of clinched to him. I don't know who reached out to who first, but it seemed like she's been on it with him since then. And then it was that whole 1501 thing, and I don't know if niggas really ran her out of the city, and that's the reason why she don't want to be here or if she's not comfortable. But I just feel like when you're an artist and she claimed Houston the way that you rep it, let me tell you something. When you're an artist and you have that shit engraved, like it's like an innate type of quality, like I could write rhymes anywhere, right? But when I go back home and I'm in New York, it's just a way that I feel. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like when you're home, Megan need to just be home. Because I feel like if she was home, she wouldn't be getting into a lot of that shit that she probably got into. But that's just my personal opinion. She's all on the West Coast and, living this hot girl lifestyle. And I just feel like if Megan was back at home and she was in her grind mode, like dropping these freestyles and just doing her thing, I just feel like she probably would be a little bit more progressive. Of course, Hollywood, LA is probably better for a celebrity, but I mean, shit, like I don't know. That's just that was just how I felt about Megan in regards to this situation. It's like it's seeming like, she's turning into be um not as problematic as some of the other rap girls, but it seems like she's changing a little bit. But anyway, after listening to the album, um, Tory had the Money Over Fallout joints, and I was kind of impressed with that record. I was getting a little Jay-Z vibe on that record. Not Jay-Z, Meek Mill, my bad. I was getting a little bit of a Meek Mill flow on that record, and it was crazy that he said, "I don't give a fuck that you know Jigga." Like I feel like that could be um in regards to the whole media coverage over this. Like he knows that Jay-Z is pulling strings in the background. He knows that he's doing that. Smart but corny as hell. If Megan would have used her being shot to promote her music, people would have dragged the shit out of her. Yeah, but he didn't use. He's not promoting that he shot her in this on this album. He's just. I feel like he's exposing his vulnerable side on this joint. Like he's basically telling her on the other track. He's telling on what is it? What is that record? A woman. He's basically tell her like like come home, like come back. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she could ever do it because it's just she would already look crazy because she made it seem like that she was covering it up from the beginning, and then like I don't know. Like, listen, this is what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it's smart that Tory released this project because he's kind of exposing his vulnerable side with his feelings in his way. If you're gonna listen to it and you're gonna believe it, you're gonna listen to it and believe it. But I felt like this is better than a lot of people. Everybody pretty much thought that he was going to be going live tonight on Instagram and just expressing how he felt. But I think it was smart to drop an album and get paid for it. Like, why not? That was genius. I think it was. And I felt like that song, the three songs that I listened to, was the first song on the album, "A Woman," and then "Jokes on Me." I felt like "Jokes on Me" was about Megan as well. But this is what I want to say. Early on in your rap career, a lot of these girls they like to be saying that they like look. So that's number one. I feel like if Megan was back home on the down in the Gulf Coast, I feel like she would be just in her zone. She would be making her music. But sometimes people feel like they got to step out, and I truly believe that it was something going on with that label, and she just felt like she had to get out of the city. I'm not the only person who noticed that, and it just seems like when you running sometimes and you running away from home, shit happens. Like you ain't have no like uh, it's like, okay, who am I like to say like you ain't have no business to be in the West Coast, but it's like bring your ass back home, Megan. Like you should have been here anyway. You should have been here in your zone, writing your music around the things that inspired you to even be this megastar. That's why when we got that WAP shit, that verse was fucking whack. That shit was whack, sweetheart. Bring your ass back home. Like, bring your ass home, get in these streets, get that inspiration back, and like write these fucking records. That's how I personally feel. And then furthermore, you ain't even released your album yet, like your debut album. A lot of y'all girls be trying to like run around saying you inspired by Nicki, but Nicki wasn't out here fucking rappers before the debut. Like she didn't fuck a rapper till she got to Meek Mill. Like you making your career too messy early on. Me personally, that's my feeling. Like is the focus is not like the focus, of course she has the music out there, but like put that focus on the music solely. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of drama before the debut drops. That's just how I feel. But I mean, who are we to say that Tory can't come out and speak his side of the story? But like I said, like I don't know the truth of the matter. Um, they said that those text messages was released and he apologized to her, but I don't even really know what who put that out and what was he apologizing for. I don't know. I don't know the full details. So I just feel like it was a dope. I felt like it was dope for him to come out with this project because regardless of if many people stream it or not, people are going to listen to it, and that's just how I feel. People are going to listen to the album. Um, the first song that I listened to, "Money Over Fallouts," that gave me a Meek Mill vibe. The second song, "A Woman," that kind of gave me a weekend vibe, but it's like he really like yo, he turned this shit around and he flipped it. That's what you do when you like when you going through shit different. I think artists handle that in a different way. Like when they're going through something, like you write some crazy shit, like you just write music and you can definitely hear it. So I'm gonna check the charts when I wake up in the morning to see where where he's at as far as like stats and shit. And you can even hear in like certain in the lyrics of his song, he was saying like, it was fucking with his Spotify listeners and shit like that. Like, damn. I just felt like the Instagram live would have been a good thing too, because we would have actually maybe he would have went more in depth as far as like what happened that night. But hmm. Mm-mm. I definitely think it was smart for him to drop this project, though. It was good for him to show to show his emotions and how he felt in regards to what went down. It definitely makes things questionable. So, like I said again, like I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, but I just feel like it was a good move as on an artist lane to drop this project and have people listen. I see some tweets where people was like, oh, Tory Lanez dropped this album. Is he actually think I'm gonna stream it? It actually sucks that we in the streaming era because I want people to buy albums. Like you open your wallet and buy that shit. Like this streaming era is so fucking whack. I hate that shit. I really hate it because I feel like people don't support albums like they did back in the day. Like I'm used to just going to the store or like, even with the iTunes, like what the hell is that? Oh shit. Even with the iTunes, like open up your wallet. Like people will stream some shit and not really support it. Like that stream doesn't really count. How like you will pay $10 for the album. Like if you like an artist, like open your wallet up and buy that shit. That's just how I personally feel. But yeah, this video is not going to be long at all. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. It's 2:20. Um, I got to get up early and go to the fucking Honda dealership and get see what's going on with this car. Like I gotta get. I guess it's something that happens when when a Honda gets into an accident. My car was hit from the back, so it's like that shit won't turn on. So I got to get this shit fixed. But yeah, I think everybody should check out the Meek Mill album. See how you feel about it. See, what messages he's dropping, and basically just how does it make you feel? I felt as though that he's saying that Megan is not telling the truth about and she tried to end his career basically. Who the fuck is that? People be bugging, y'all. But yeah, so y'all check it out. Y'all see, what it is that you feel about it. Like I said, I feel like Megan should have her ass at home. Ever since that she's been on the West Coast, this craziness has been happening. She's running away from Houston. She's running away from the city. Bring your ass back home. Write those freestyles. Drop those freestyles. Just like we in a whole pandemic. Like I said on another video, who the fuck am I to tell somebody what to do? But this whole pandemic happened. It's like What have you done for your city? I'm a New Yorker living in Houston. What have you done for your city? Like you could have been out here doing so much, like moving and shaking. Like you know what I'm saying? There's so much that you could have did. You on the West Coast, like come on. Mm-mm. Nah, that's just how I feel about it though. But let's see. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, Tory's no Beyonce, and this is not Liz Lemonade. You being accused of shooting somebody, this is not the time to put in the music. He needed to go live and say his part like Megan did. No, he didn't. He needed to drop a project to make you listen to it and stream it and get that money up. Who is Tory signed to? Pop culture? Is this an independent project? Who is Tory signed to? Because damn, I just was listening to Millie. This story is wild. I was trying to listen. Did Millie go live tonight? Because I literally just got home like a half hour ago. I made me some turkey bacon. I was like, yo, they must have fucked up this pack of turkey bacon because I've never had turkey bacon that was cut thick the way that it was cut. That shit was kind of good. I didn't make it over. I didn't make a bagel tonight with it though, but that shit was good. He independent. See, people gonna run those streams up. Why would I get on Instagram live and tell you what fucking happened? Like, see, he's saying Interscope. Yeah, Megan. Like, I feel like Megan has just been finding trouble since she's been running from Houston. That's just my personal opinion. You run away from home for a reason, and it's just like, look what you're in. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wonder how her label 15-1 and them niggas who they felt like she fucked over felt. I don't wish bad on anybody. I'm not even saying that if that happened to her that I wish that that happened, but I'm just saying bring your ass home. This is the city that made you. You know what I'm saying? Like you too early in your career to be running away from that shit. Houston has nice outskirts and all of that. Like, come on, I done delivered to some beautiful homes out here, out in Cypress, out in motherfucking Tomball. Out like you don't gotta be in like, but they gonna get you one way or another if somebody really want to get you out here. But I'm just saying, like, they got gated communities and shit like that. You making money, you paying them LA rents and shit like that. LA is expensive. Come on. Like, I don't know. Maybe every artist is different, but I just feel like you need to be back home on that gravel to really get that, to have that inspiration to go hard. Like, that's just my personal opinion. Let's see. What's up, Naquita? Naquita. For real, I bet Carl and Jay Prince is laughing. You see, they didn't even say anything when it happened. That's what I'm saying. And I'm saying that speaks more volumes than anything. And this is what I want to say, like, and it's not even to bring Nicki into everything, but these girls want to be inspired by Nicki Minaj so much. She wasn't fucking rappers when early on in her career. And no, I don't want nobody listening to this. It's like, oh, you blaming the woman and I'm blaming it. I want you to be about your business. Like, you shouldn't even have been in no shit like this. You know how many niggas used to sweat Nicki and Mano and all of them hood Brooklyn niggas? They used to be on her hard. Like they ain't even give a fuck about Safari. Nah, I felt like Safari kind of protected Nicki being with his lame ass early in her career. Like they protected her from a lot of. He protected her from being in that relationship from a lot of bullshit she probably would have went through. Cause imagine, like she said, if she was with fucking Little Wayne, like them niggas would have not respected her like that. That's why they think she a bitch now. I would rather my niece or my daughter be a bitch and not fuck with these niggas and just give them the business than be out here like just making yourself look crazy. Because no matter how many times people point fingers at Tori, it's like she was a part of that shit too. She was a part of it. So her background ain't squeaky clean either. That's just all I'm saying. When you look at the lyrics, he's basically spilling tea. Yeah. What songs did you listen to the whole album? I haven't listened to the whole album yet. I haven't listened to the whole album. I heard three songs. I just got home. I'm just kind of like over the day. I feel like every time it's just something happens. It's just something happens all the time to me. It's like yo, I swear, my nerves, like, I don't be giving a fuck. Let me tell you why I don't be giving a fuck, right? My car ran out of gas. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, my car didn't run out of gas or no, like, I don't have no money type shit. It's just like I've been delivering all day, running around the city like all day. My shit ran out of gas. I was like, fuck. Like, I got out of that car. I was like, I'm not about to get hit in this motherfucking car. The lady hit the back of my car. I ran over her, looked. I seen like it had a little scrapes. I did not give a fuck. I'm telling you, like the way that my priorities be set up in my mind, like I can't stress the small shit because when you stress the small shit, that's what just makes you go crazy. But now I'm just like my car won't start now, so it's like it's from the impact that they hit my car in the back. So hopefully I just got to go to Honda and get it towed there, and they switch the shit. They hit some switch and it turns back on. Like that shit had got me tight for real. Oh, she was playing his old album. I didn't hear that. Was she playing on Instagram or was it on YouTube? I don't think she probably would play it on YouTube though. I can't remember which one. I can't see. I can see this album doing numbers. We'll see where it is on Apple Music in the morning. Definitely. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, if anybody knows Megan, tell a hot girl to come home. You come home, come to Houston, like, just come back home. That bullshit is going on the West Coast because you ain't supposed to be out there. Like, all that shit happening, you dodging home. You can't run from home. Like, come on. It's been how long Megan been on the West Coast now? She's been on the West Coast since like March or April. Come home, point blank. Oh shit, damn. Yeah. What song? The only songs that I listened to so far, I listened to. Damn, my damn finger is killing me. Money over fallouts, a woman, and listen to jokes on me. Yeah, I had it on like shuffle, so I guess I was supposed to hear those three songs. But I just wanted to kind of get a glimpse of what he was talking about on the album. But yeah, when tomorrow morning, all the radio stations is going to be talking about it. People are going to stream this project. They're going to stream it, and he's going to get that money. So it is what it is. I wonder what's the truth or not. Saying he's right or she right. I'm not saying he's right or she's right, but hopefully it'll come out. I definitely think that he's being bold by saying that she's not being truthful, basically, in that music. And he was like, I thought that's bold for you to say. I don't give a fuck if you know Jigga. What? What? Expect the Tory smear pain to come soon because Jay Z, man, listen, damn, that shit is killing me. Damn. Do you think this will damage her career? Hmm. Depends on what you think, what type of career she has. Don't get it twisted. Megan Thee Stallion does. This is why, or this is. I always go back to this analogy when I say shit. Right. Megan Thee Stallion does good because of the way that she's positioned on iTunes and I mean and on the playlists and stuff like that. Right. She does good like that. Do I see Megan Thee Stallion filling up an arena? No, I don't. I don't. I think that she'll do good in the realm that she's in. She'll get some streams because we see like I like Megan Thee Stallion some of her songs, but like "Girls in the Hood," I didn't like that song, but it still did okay. It still scanned gold because the way that they pushed that shit on the streaming. So it's something that Rock Nation and 1501 got under wraps. They know what they're doing. They know how to position them songs. So more power to her. So she work her shit in the way that she works it. I don't know if it'll hurt her. I feel like if he comes out with more of a statement or, after this whole shit comes out, maybe it possibly could. I don't know. See, I look at artists like I want y'all to take y'all down memory lane when you feel some shit like an anticipation, right? You have artists like Megan Thee Stallion, you have like Cardi B, you have Nicki Minaj or whatever, right? You know what? I was gonna make this video today when I was gonna talk about like problematic female rappers, right? Let's really think about this. I should save this for another video, but nope, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna say this before I get off. Problematic female rappers. let's really think about this. People didn't think that Nicki Minaj was problematic until she had that whole beef with Remy Ma, and at the end of the day, that was just hip hop, right? Then she started to have more problematic issues because of Cardi B. Nicki has never been problematic. If you think about it, she's very low key. Um, I can even give an example when she was overseas in London. If you go look up that SBTV interview when she first went to London and all them fans was downstairs, that white man was clearly being jealous, mad because she had all those people there. He said some funny shit to her. She was in that hotel. She looked right down in her phone like she wasn't even feeding that nigga no energy. She knows who she is. She knows her power, right? She don't feed into all and doing all that shit. We see Cardi B responding back to Nicki fans on Twitter. It looks tacky. What the fuck do you look like? As big as an artist as you, but see, some people don't care because they just that messy and they that ratchet and they just want to talk back to people. You know how many people send hate tweets towards Nicki? Imagine Nicki tweeting somebody named Cardi something or a fan page and doing that. She too classy for that. She ain't doing that shit. She's not problematic. But people get mad when she stands up and wants to defend her skill, or people get mad when she get mad at the VMAs for not nominating her for something that she's supposed to be nominated for. They wouldn't be like, "Oh, Nicki, you're the." No, she spazzes out for shit like that. She don't never do no little dumb shit like these people be doing up in blocks for cursing out kids and doing stupid shit like that. But she gets a bad rep when she just does anything. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't think Megan Thee Stallion is necessarily problematic, but she's starting to be on some Cardi B shit with just going live and saying shit and just she was never like that before when she first came into the game. And I know some people feel like this is who she truly is, but because she was saying like I'm not really. Which didn't she say like I'm not really a nice. I'm not really a nice person or some shit she said. I don't remember what she said verbatim, but let's see. I wonder what's the truth. Megan trying to be where Cardi and Nicki are at terms of success, and he can't do that in Texas. What you mean she can't do that? I think Megan has the potential to be, but I don't feel that impact and that magnitude of stardom like a Nicki. I don't feel that. I don't even really feel like Cardi had that. To be honest with you, she just had great positioning. Then people worked the fuck out of them playlists. When I tell you this, right? When Cardi's album came out, shit. When Nicki Minaj Queen album came out, I used to be on Spotify, and I'm more so of an Apple Music type of person, but Spotify had like a free premium at the time, and I was on that shit, and every time her song went off, a Cardi song would come on, and I'd be like, "What type of shit is this? Like, who is working this playlist like this?" Like, it was like they were forcing the song. And I don't know if you realize it, but on certain ones of these platforms, after you stream a song for like 30 seconds, that shit counts as a stream. They were forcing them songs. Like them songs was being forced. Like I'm telling you. And then y'all remember that whole debacle where people were saying that they were going into their iTunes account and certain songs were being played that they didn't even play, cheating all over the board. Like for real, just cheating. I used to love Megan, but lately she's been all over the place. She's fake, shaking my head. I don't know. I just feel like Megan's trying to find her footing. I feel like she clinches onto I felt like even her like let me tell you something, and I could be wrong, but I even felt like her affiliation with Tory was because he was popping with quarantine radio, and she probably felt like that would be a good look for her. You know what I'm saying? That's what I personally feel. People are opportunistic in their own ways, even for the way that they want like fame sometimes. Like they just are. But I'm about to get off this shit because I got to get up literally in like 3 hours. I'm gonna have to call this tow truck place, have them come pick my car up, bring that shit to the Honda dealership, so I could be like the first person in there. Cause I need my vehicle back on the road tomorrow. I got shit to do. I got shit to do. Let's see. For an example, Megan would not be able to do the WAP video if she was in Texas. LA is where Megan is gonna make the bulk of her money and where opportunities are. Why wouldn't she? I want you to really think about what you just said to me. For example, Megan would not be able to do the WAP video if she was in Texas. LA is where Megan is going to make the bulk of her money at and where opportunities are. What opportunities are available right now in the midst of a quarantine? She did that video. She could have, Megan could have flew out to LA, shot that video, came back. But what I'm telling you is this, like, there's a deeper reason as to why Megan has not been back on this coast, not coast, but she ain't been back in the central time zone. It's a reason why she ain't been back down here. And I'm telling you, maybe she think that people don't think about it, but the real ones are in tune with it. There's a reason why. She could have shot that shit back in LA and came back home to Houston. It ain't that much going on in LA. Where she did that live show, that live concert, right? She did a few things, but come on, like, home is where the heart is. Me personally, Meg first said that she wasn't trying to say. Meg first said that she wasn't trying to say anything because during the time police was shooting young black Americans, a week later she went live saying, "Oh, he shot me." Right. Convenience for that record. Listen. Now I just don't know. I feel like this, right? A lot of these people like to do shit for the blogs. A lot of them. A lot of these people like to do shit, and it's just like you don't know what they're doing it for. She knew that this record was coming out. And if y'all notice this, right? Sometimes I don't be wanting to say shit because you never know where videos land. But I just want y'all to just notice this and really, really notice it. Megan did delete a lot of her shit off her Instagram page, all of her moments with Nicki and all of that, right? If you notice, since she collaborated with Cardi, she don't turn up to none of Nicki's music. Before she turned up with Cardi, she would be jamming to the random Nicki songs. She'll be listening to Sean Kingston, Dirty Love. She'd be listening to songs that me as a fan, and I don't even be playing like that. I was like, damn, she don't play no Nicki no more. So that's interesting. That's interesting. That's all I'm saying. Story developing. It's developing, but the way that Nikki is, she don't really give a fuck. Like, she knows how this game is. That's fake. To me, it's just fake. A lot of people look at it as business, but it's fake. You was on her live trying to get her to join in, knowing damn well that this media would have dragged her. They would have dragged her. Like, they really would have dragged the shit out of her if she was like, "Oh, Nikki joined in with Megan," or they was talking about Cardi and you did that shit, and then you ain't do her radio show. She jumped on your record. She probably did that shit for free too. She probably did. She probably ain't appear in that video for free though. That was probably a check, but who knows what she did for free or for not. But I'm just saying. Then it was time to return the favor to come on the radio show. You had a Vogue shoot to shoot. Like, you ain't know that shit. We talking about Nicki Minaj, a multimillionaire who got on her show, got on her platform and announced somebody coming up. And then next thing on Monday, you could tell on that radio show that Nicki was upset when she said this woman. And then you notice Megan when she announced her collaboration when she said that she had these records. She said, I had a record with an amazing woman. Y'all got to look at the shade. She didn't name Nicki when she mentioned Beyonce in that collaboration and shit. And to me personally, I have an opinion and I could say it. That Cardi B, like, collaborating with Beyonce and Nicki Minaj is not. People talking about Megan got a Cardi, Nicki got a Beyonce and a Nicki and a Cardi collab. I'm sorry, Cardi may be major in the world in the means of streaming and everything, but you're not a legend just yet. You may be legendary for getting number ones and doing stuff like that, but what does it really mean? Like, what does it really mean if your phone is not ringing for the best artist in the game? And we got somebody who, been in the game for almost 13, 14 years and their phone's still ringing. What does it mean? What's not true, Pop Guru? Because I got to watch you because I be seeing how you move on this internet. Let's see. Let's be clear. She was scared of the police for Tory, but Tory was quick to throw Jay Prince under the bus. Wait, hold on. Yeah, it's because of Jay Prince. Of course. Come on. You ain't been in this, you ain't stepped foot in this city since that shit happened. And I'm not saying that shit to antagonize her or anything like that, but make that shit right. Cause this is where you truly inspired. Like, Houston is what truly inspires her. She did erase all that shit. Yeah, because people probably said something about it. That's why. People probably said some shit about that. Trust me. I don't care what nobody say. There's no loyalty in this rap game. I was glad that that guy kind of cleared up Doja Cat from that bullshit because Doja Cat, she's really talented. Like, I was a little mad at her from that whole, when they came out saying that she was in that group with them white supremacists. And I wasn't, see, this is hip hop. A lot of people was mad when Nas did that shit, but I didn't care. I think they set him up. Who? Like the industry set Tory Lanez up? Industry's evil in Rock Nation, clearly. Yep. Let me tell y'all this, right? Megan was with Rock Nation for a minute, and I could be reaching by saying this, but I felt like when she had that beef with Meek Mill, they pushed the button for Cardi and Nick and Megan to do that collaboration. Let me also say this, right? Chloe and Holly had announced on Twitter that they wanted to do a collaboration with Nicki Minaj, right? Chloe and Holly is on Beyonce label. So you notice when they did that collaboration, instead of having Nicki Minaj on it, they did a collaboration with the City Girls and Mulatto. So maybe Beyonce was like, I'm not paying that shit to get Nicki on this track because we can probably get three rappers for cheaper than that, or they just chose not to do it. Maybe I'm reaching. Maybe I'm reaching, but Beyonce was probably like, I'm not paying for that collaboration, either due to I don't know. I just feel like I could be reaching with that, but I don't feel like everything is good with Rock Nation and Nicki Minaj, especially since that Meek Mill whole blow up and all that. You just never know because any management team is probably gonna hold their own down, which you know, they probably should. But hmm, I just find that weird. Damn. Yeah, I got to get off this shit because I gotta go take a ibuprofen. My damn finger is throbbing. That shit hurts. Like I slammed that shit in the door. But yeah, at the end of the day, I don't think any one of us in this shit knows truly, the ins and out of what really happened. I do think it's smart that Tory came out with this project though. Get them streams, get them numbers up, get your Spotify listeners back up. People are gonna be talking about it. Tomorrow's Friday. The radio's gonna be on it. It's on the new music releases. And yeah, a Barb asked Megan, "Is cool? Is she cool?" Yeah, I spoke about that, and I also said, why did she look at that comment out of all of the comments that she had? She knows something fake about that shit. Hold on a second. Yeah. See, that's why I like using this StreamYard shit because I could just do mad shit and not have y'all in my business and shit. But I'm about to get off here, y'all. Tori about to expose the industry. Doja Cat was there, and I agree. Rock Nation business is a business, and so is Nicki. Queen Nicki, dominant, prominent. Yeah, but I think it's worth it to check it out if you're into that type of music. Check Tori's album out, see how it makes you feel, and yeah, you're reaching a 500K Nicki versus and nothing to Beyonce, who's worth 1.5 billion dollars. Yeah, but pop culture. Listen, I hate to tell you this, right? It doesn't matter that Beyonce is worth 1.5. Chloe and Holly ain't worth 1.5. They project ain't selling 1.5. So why would I spend a 500K feature on Nicki Minaj if your album ain't even pulling in the numbers? You think Beyonce gonna take something out of her pocket? No, that's her label. You gotta separate. Listen, you gotta separate the artist and her money from. Damn, you just gotta separate that shit. I just took a tramadol. That shit is fucking killing me. Maybe if I sit up, it might be a different experience. Another crazy thing is that Tory came out with his new album, but it's not on title. Oh shit. Oh, definitely. That's definitely something to look at. Hmm. Of course, you know that's sabotage. I'm not shady. I'm just being honest. They're not gonna put that money into no damn Chloe and Holly. And who knows what the real feelings is towards Nicki right now? You know they were saying, from the say so shit that she was dissing Beyonce. And sometimes people are sensitive, even though she made it clear on the trolls who that verse was about. Tory's album was actually fire, and he said in Queen and Slim that Meg and him was friends with benefits, and he was obsessed with Kylie. What? He said he was obsessed with Kylie? Oh shit. But you right, Chloe and Holly aren't selling any records. Do it, do it. That shit is whack. No, I'm hating. I'm playing. That shit is alright, but I don't stream that shit. I stream a lot of R&B music. I don't stream that though. It's just not. I like them when they was on YouTube. Truthfully, yeah, and probably ain't just your title because he said the other person said that as well. I don't know if that was you. If that was you. Um, who said it initially? Yeah, basically, Adam 22 wasn't lying after all. Wasn't lying regarding what? I'm trying to go up and see what you was talking about. Yeah, he said Meg got jealous of him flirting with Kylie. Oh shit, probably did. She probably like, I got all this sweet shit over here, and you flirting with this white biatch. Come on. What's up, Carla? Yeah, but check his album out. Yeah, I'm about to get off of this shit. It's been 42 minutes. I'm getting off at 45 minutes. Yeah. Meg getting mad at Tory was flirting with Kylie. Oh shit. What song was that again? I gotta check that out. Queen is Slim. That Meg was. He trying to get that Kardashian bread. But I know Doja, Mulatto, and the City Girls weren't cheap either. Yes, the fuck they are cheap. They are cheap. Fuck you talking about? You think pop culture, pop culture. How much you think a mulatto verse costs right now? Doja's not cheap. How much you think a mulatto verse costs? And how much wait, hold on. Who was gonna do a remix? Was it Mulatto, Doja, and City Girls, or was it City Girls and Mulatto? Mulatto's not costing money right now. You crazy? Like money in the terms of like 10 to 15,000, if that. You bugging. Mulatto is not 50,000 for a verse right now, homie. Definitely not. That seems more likely. Especially the city girls. You know they all about a coin. Yeah, but what are they doing on Billboard? And what have they done overall? See, a lot of times people think that, you know, that what you get paid is based off of. Nah, the city girls right now, I guarantee you, if there was a concert opening, they will perform for 10. They will perform for $7,000 to $10,000. Guaranteed you. Guarantee you they would. Now, when it was at the peak of their career, when Act Up was out and all of that, they probably could get 20,000, 25, 30,000. They wasn't getting no 50,000 for no performance, even with both of them. I'm keeping it real with you. I know promoters and I know how this shit goes. Your promotions and how you get paid is all based off of your billboard standards and all of that shit. Megan Thee Stallion might be a little expensive right now. Like if she was able to perform, that's how I know that shit is killing them. With this WAP shit being at the top of the charts and you can't perform it right now. So they better pray that this shit get better, like so they can get out on this road and get that money up. Cause trust me, a lot of artists are struggling right now. A lot of them are. Doja, she probably won at least 30,000 for a verse, 30, 40,000. I could see her getting that. She had a number one song this year. She's streaming, her streams is up. So I could definitely see that being a thing separately. You mean, right? Yeah, yeah. All right, I'm about to get out of here. I hope y'all have a blessed evening. Check out Tory Lanez album. Let me know what you think about it. And yeah, what do you think about Megan and being on the West Coast? I feel like Megan Thee Stallion needs to come home. She's clout chasing fame where she should be clout chasing her career and writing these raps and being that girl who you was from the jump. Like come home and get in your zone and like do that shit. Like all you doing in LA is shooting coach ads. Don't nobody wear no fucking coach no more. I hate to say it to you, right? The only people who I know who wear coach is my older aunts. Like coach, especially being a New Yorker. Did y'all hear Cam's song back in the day called was it Swerve or Curve? Like they don't do like yo. Coach is not a thing, and what coach is trying to do is trying to breathe life into it through young Megan Thee Stallion, trying to make young chicks wear that shit. They not wearing that shit. Like I understand the check behind it, but come on, sweetheart. Nah, they not rocking that shit no more. They ain't doing that. Well, I'm not comparing these new rap girls to Nicki because that's not fair. We know Nicki charges high, but Nicki, listen, Nicki charges Megan. Say you had $100,000, right? And they said that you could collab with Megan for 20,000, or you could collab with Nicki for 70. Are you gonna save money and give the money to Megan and just be like, we could work the shit out of this record, or are you gonna give 70,000 to Nicki? You can hear me now. Let me know if you can hear me now. I think my hand was over the mic. All right. If you had $100,000 and they told you that you can collaborate with, if you had $100,000 and they told you that you can collab with Megan Thee Stallion for 20,000, or would you rather collaborate with Nicki and give her 70,000 and you would have 30,000 left, or you could collab with Megan and you'll have 80,000 left, right? Who you gonna collab with? Who you really feel like once you give them your record, they're gonna upgrade the track. They're gonna put their all into it, and it's gonna have people wanting to replay that shit and wanting to hear her verse over and over. Who do you think that's gonna serve the record like that? That's just my only question. And this live was supposed to be about Tory Lanez, Megan Thee Stallion, and look what we talking about. Of course, you would. Anyway, y'all, I'm off this shit. My finger is fucking throbbing, and I hope you have a blessed evening. Stream Tory Lanez album. Let me know what y'all think about it if you hear this back. And yeah, Megan, bring your ass home. Nobody don't want to wear no damn coach. And no, I'm off this shit.